I'm still dead. I wish I wasn't. You know, I wish that I could use the saturator, but for me, Demise still hasn't finished. Everyone is still a grey skin, look. Oh, I'm the only person on the server. For some reason, I thought there were more people on there, but it is 5:30 in the morning, so fair enough. But yes, the wonders of YouTube pre-recording and being away on holiday mean that I am currently recording this on December the 24th. It is Christmas Eve, as you can see from my base. Everything has gone very Christmassy. So there's a few things that happen here. Everything turns into presents. It's on Halloween, isn't it? When you get the pumpkins on the heads. Does anything else happen for Christmas? I'm trying to think. Either way, it is currently December the 24th for me. Christmas hasn't even happened yet, but for you guys, it's like, what, January the 6th? I think I'm planning on releasing this. So it's all been and gone. You're not interested in that stuff anymore. It's a new year. It's 2020 for you guys, whereas I'm still stuck in boring old 2019. And in boring old 2019, we've got a serious project that I really want to work on that I actually haven't touched for a little while, and I think it might just be one of my favorite builds in general. Like, I absolutely love the way that this thing ended up working out. I'm not really much of like a big builder. I know that sounds ridiculous given things like that and my base and things, but building decorative things on a large scale is something that I really struggle with, whereas someone like Scar just eats them for breakfast. I stress out over them for days. Like, I lose sleep over this stuff because I'm not comfortable doing it. And this, I kind of freestyled, and I think it looks really cool. It's just an interesting looking building. As I say, it reminds me for some reason of something out of Sonic. I don't know what it is about it, but it feels like something out of Sonic the Hedgehog. Anyway, we've got the automatic mining construction all done. This place is kind of ready to go, but there's a bunch of details that we need to work on before we actually get the auto miner in place. I'm in holiday mode, okay? I'm leaving tomorrow. Alright, there is absolutely no way that I'm going to be taking on a large-scale redstone project like the actual auto miner itself. It will go wrong, it will all blow up, and it will ruin my holiday. So instead, we're going to chill out and we're going to work on the details. So, first things first, we actually need to make our way down to y=10, like the area that this thing's going to be constructed. And I think I mentioned this in the episode that I actually constructed this building, but I realised now that that was probably quite a long time ago and people haven't remembered. This is going to be the area where the storage system is, so this is where all the chests are going to be going. Down at the bottom is obviously where the auto miner is going to be going, and we still have a bunch of work to do in terms of actually getting set up with item transportation systems and sorting systems and things like that down there, because I want a lot of the technical stuff to be happening down at the bottom so that the redstone is almost hidden away up at the top. So then up at the top here should be pretty seamless. It should be almost like an empty, not empty, that's not the right term. I would say it needs to be clean, minimal, like there's not too much visible redstone. All of the gnarly stuff is going to be happening down underneath. Now what I'm working on right here is I'm digging out an area for our item elevator. So I'm going to clear out all of the blocks for this item elevator, and then I'm going to refill them. I want to make sure that we don't mine into this item elevator and have things going missing, so I'm going to build it out of stone bricks, just in case I mine into it, then I'll definitely know that there's something there, and I should definitely replace the blocks. Oh, nice! Now that I've got a bow, I can just absolutely... Look at this! Why... Cool, in my Call of Duty days, that would have been known as a quad feed. I mean... Why have I not got this sooner? Just completely ignore the terrible shot that I took at the end there. The first 3x3 chamber is now all in place, so now it's time to work on the second one, because I'm going to have one side of this storage system for like general stuff. Stuff like diorite, stone, cobblestone, all that sort of thing. So that's going to go up one side, and then the precious items are going to come up through this side. And as I said earlier on, all of that is going to be sorted downstairs so that we don't have to have any dodgy looking redstone up at the top. Boom and boom. Okay, so that's both of those sorted. Now we need to work out the way that we're going to get up and down from this area. And to be honest with you, now that I think about it, I mean, it might be worth just doing another one of these going down through the middle. And then I don't even think we need ladders or anything, because the chances are I'm probably going to have elytra, I'm probably going to have firework rockets. I'll be alright getting in and out. You know what I've just realised? It's really early in the morning, right? I'm back in 2012. I forgot about the fact that we have water elevators now. I didn't need to do any of this. I have created massive holes in the floor to create the old school style item elevators, you know, where it travels up through solid blocks. Water elevators are like a million times better. I'm actually a little bit embarrassed of myself. But the good thing is, I guess I can use this extra space that I've created to do the beacon beams. So our item elevator is going to go up through here, and our beacon beams, we're going to have 2 of them, 1 on each side. Oh, see, would you look at that? Our auto miner is paying for itself already. I was about to say, we have not really cashed in there if there was only 2 diamonds. I mean, still 4. 4's not... I mean, it's pretty good, but it's not crazy. 2 lots of beacon pyramids, now all in place, looking rather wonderful down at the bottom there. Now, I've got to say, I'm a little bit scared because, you know, last time I went here, it didn't go so well, did it? Oh, I got very nervous then. You do realise now for the rest of this Hermitcraft season, every single time we go into one of these little things, we're going to have to be incredibly wary of the fact that it could just explode straight away. People are definitely going to forget about that, and they're definitely going to lose all their good diamond gear. Demise has caused some serious issues for the future of this Hermitcraft server. Anyway, I'm over here because we need to get ourselves the beacons, and that means I am definitely not fighting any form of wither. There is no chance I'm doing that, because I am terrible. I mean, imagine if this didn't actually exist, if this bug wasn't a thing. Like, I actually had to fight this guy? Can you imagine me trying to fight this guy? Seriously? So I have 1 haste 2 beacon, and then I guess because we have a lot of TNT that's going to be flying around here, should probably have resistance. Regeneration would probably also be smart because, yeah, I imagine there is a chance that this thing is going to blow me up. Anyway, plans-wise, we now need to work out our item transportation because, well, to give you guys like a little bit of a kind of update as to how this thing functions, essentially this auto miner is going to be off in this area here, and it's going to be a big machine filled with slime blocks, TNT and all that sort of thing, and it's going to be exploding all of the area in front of it. So it's going to be gradually making its way along, and then off to the right hand side of it, probably in this area here, we're going to have a water stream, and this water stream is just going to go in this direction, so towards this area, but it is going to go just hundreds of blocks in this direction. Alright, so it's going to be going in this direction, but it's going to be going out that way, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And as this auto miner goes along, I'm going to pick up items from the auto miner, including things like stone and stuff like that, but also all the precious blocks, and I'm going to chuck them into the water stream, and they're going to make their way over here, get sorted out, and then end up in that storage system up at the top. So now we have to work out the 2 item elevators and also the 2 sorting systems. I'm hoping all of that should have made sense for all of you. And guys, let me tell you, I spent a bunch of time in the previous episode getting my shulker box sorted. Might just be the best thing I've ever done in my entire life ever. Seriously, it's so good it feels like I'm cheating. It feels like I'm playing in creative mode because I have everything that I need at my fingertips. It's nuts. It's the best. Why didn't I do this sooner? I'm a moron. Anyway, item sorter wise, I'm using a slightly modified design of your regular sorter. We just have this block right here. This is where the blocks or the items are actually going to be traveling across. And then this is where they're going to funnel into, and everything actually seems to be working okay. If I put more than 1 item in here, does it break it? I just wondered, because we've got a little bit of extra delay, I wondered if that would affect it, but clearly not. So this one side is now all completed. I'm just in the process of getting all of the signs in place and getting the final details worked out. Hopefully I can place in some water here. Cool. Okay, so the items will scoot across, and then the next water stream will actually go weirdly off in this direction and then loop back around to go in that direction to the other beacon, because of the way that the items move across. So the items will actually be going across, halfway across this block, so I can't place a solid block here, which means that I can't continue straight, I can't go in this direction because I've got things that will be here, so I have to go out, round, and round like that to get to the other side. I made that sound a lot more complicated than it was. I mean, look, by listening to that description, you would think that I had to do like a 40 block detour around. No, it's just, it's this, and it's pretty plain sailing at this point. So with all my water streams all connected, it's now just a case of adding in some auto dropper things, which that should be the first one. I would say this has got to be my most built redstone circuit, surely. So that's that, good stuff, that will do its thing, and then this one on this side will all be connected. But going back to that most built thing, I wonder how many I've actually constructed. Surely I've constructed, it's got to be in the thousands now. Regardless, both of them are now in, and that is That's kind of the whole system, because this side will filter out all the boring stuff, and then that just leaves us with the interesting stuff, which will go into this. So we don't actually need an item sorter over here. Okay. Alright, this is good news. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up this place a little bit. I'm going to clear out a bunch of blocks so we have an open space. And then we can start going upstairs. With these final few blocks going, that should be the entire area cleaned out. And that has made me feel a lot more organized. It's so much nicer having this open space, being able to see what we've done. So now all of this is making logical sense. Okay, up to the top we go. Now up here, am I going to do anything particularly special? Probably not, to be honest with you. As discussed, I think most of the complicated or complicated-ish redstone is down underneath. So up here it is just purely the storage of items. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do with the floor. I'm thinking we do a little bit of, I guess, yeah, grey concrete looks quite cool. And then maybe cyan terracotta. Do I have any of that lying around? No. Let's see how much this auto miner has made us so far. Fortune 3 pickaxe. 23 diamonds. That's... I mean, it's not bad. I expected around about 30, so I think I got a bit unlucky. I genuinely had no idea that you could get terracotta from villagers until the other day when I did all of the villager trading. This is going to come in incredibly handy, because I probably spend a lot of diamonds on terracotta. So if we can just get a bunch of this stuff and then dye it afterwards, we're going to be set. Right, my floor is going in place, and as you can see, I'm just kind of going for like a spiral sort of setup. Nothing too dramatic. I wonder how it's going to look. I mean, I like the color combinations, and I like the way that everything should hopefully come together, so I can't imagine we can go wrong. There's me thinking that I don't have any diamonds left. I forgot I built a little hut out of my diamond blocks, and then I just left them here in this shulker box. Completely forgot about them. This floor looks mega. It looks awesome. I really, really like it. I love this build. This might be one of my favorite builds I built on the Hermitcraft server, and I know I say that pretty much every single episode, but I really do mean it this time. I just think it's wicked. Right, this area here is actually where the items are going to come up through, so this is going to be our water streams. So I guess now we need to build up the pipelines. There's another raid. Can anyone explain why these raiders just keep going to this area here? I imagine it's something to do with all of Scar's villagers that he has in his building, but that doesn't explain why they keep arriving. Seriously, guys, like, sort yourselves out. It doesn't make any sense to me. Now there's going to be another one, isn't there? Also, raids are much easier to deal with now that I've got a bow and arrow. I decided I was going to use barrels for the storage system, simply because I think they actually look quite cool. If I was doing this in creative mode, I'd use shulker boxes, but I'm really not that rich. So this is the area that we've got. We've got all the hoppers out the back, so that's going to be filtering the items in. And these are our item input areas, so I guess it has to go up like this, has to take a left, hit a chest, and then run along this side here. And that's it, really. I feel like I'm missing something. Also, how long does this thing last? These pink particles? This weird raid thing that I have going on? Forever? What? Hang on, what? Wait, what? How long does it last? What's happened here? Okay, well, I guess this is my life now. This is how it goes. Anyway, I've run into a bit of an issue in that I can't use a water stream for these item elevators, so we're going to have to do something quite interesting, in that I think we're going to have to move the items using pistons and things. I'm curious to see how well this actually works. Now, I wonder if this idea is actually going to function. Okay, well, that's not really what I had in mind. Oh, no. No, no, no. No, there's redstone down there. We're fine. So as I was saying, so if I place an item in there, let's say for example we chuck maybe 20 glass into this area here, and then we push these glass across. No. Okay. Oh, I was kind of relying on that. Oh, but I have just made a realization. Minecraft 1.15, the honey block is a movable, not quite full block. So that means that I can actually push the items across, and then they'll be slightly over these hoppers. You see, that's what I'm trying to deal with here. I need the item to be half over the hoppers, half over these blocks here. And currently, there's no way that I can do that with this setup. But with honey blocks, I will be able to do it. So I guess for this bit, we might just have to wait until Minecraft 1.15, which should be coming any second now. In fact, by the time I return back onto the Hermitcraft server, we should actually be already updated. So this right here is actually quite an elegant looking system. Now that I've got both sides in place, I'm really, really happy with how everything has come together. This looks lovely. It looks really, really clean, especially from up above. There's going to be a tiny bit of redstone running into those pistons, but nothing too crazy. It looks pretty cool, doesn't it? It looks really, really cool. Okay, final thing that we need to do is we just need to build up all of the blocks around the item elevator and then just make it a tiny bit prettier because look, that is... yeah, that's pretty ugly. I am really surprised that beacon beams don't give off light. Imagine how cool that would be if you could have like a gigantic light beam going through your base. That'd be mega. That is how I would light up my entire base. Just beacons everywhere. Oh, what? Oh, I forgot about that. Can I just ignore them? Am I able to just ignore the raiders? Where are they even going to raid to? Where is this raid? Is it a raid on these guys? I don't mind them raiding on these guys. I honestly can't tell where the raid is even going to come from. Where are they going to raid to? I think I might just have a permanent raid in my base. Like, these guys are literally just going to be chilling up here. I guess. I don't even know what villages they're trying to get to. Whatever. As I say, they can stick around. They can chill out in there. I'm just going to leave them to it. Anyway, the reason that I actually came over to my base is because I need a little bit of kelp so that I can actually build up this item water stream thing. And then we're all done. And soul sand... up we go. There is always something very satisfying about this process. Just flying up to the top. Oh, I've just realised we're definitely not done. The way that I actually get in and out of this place is... well, I think it's safe to say it's fairly horrible. It's not the best looking thing, so I think we should do like a tiny bit of decoration. Nothing too crazy, but I think we should make it look a lot better. Ooh. I just came up with an idea that I think could be cool. How much terracotta and grey do we have? Because I really like the idea of just continuing those stripes downwards. That could actually be a cool way to go. Well, I guess first things first, I should actually mine out all of the blocks. So that's what I'm currently in the process of doing. And I have turned this into a bit of a fine art. I mean, look, I can get fairly... quick at it. I'm not reaching maximum velocity, but it's still quite quick. Okay, that was a tiny bit embarrassing. That was incredibly slow. How does it look with one side? Yeah, it's difficult to tell, isn't it? I think this is one of those things we need to build it fully, and then you can actually see how it looks. There are certain builds that are like that in Minecraft. You know, you can't just build a little segment of it. It kind of only works on scale. So let's see now. Well, that looks cool already, just standing here. I really like the way it kind of just folds in. It almost melts away down into the bottom. Obviously, once this bottom area is all sorted out as well, then it will be a tiny bit nicer too. But I don't want to start sorting out that area before we actually do all of the redstone for the automatic miner. But in terms of flying around, I mean, the whole thing looks cool. And you can't really see it, but it looks cool as you travel in. Like, it looks cool. Let's fly in from this angle, because we can probably see it better that way. Yeah, that looks good. I'm happy. I'm happy with this thing. I'm happy with what we've done in today's episode. We have laid pretty much all of the groundwork for this thing, so now we can start work on the machine once I return home. And I gotta say, if there's one thing that I've picked up from this episode, it is that my ender chest is the best thing I have ever done. Just look, I didn't have to go to my base once to pick up stuff. I had everything just there, ready to go. I've lost one of my shulker boxes. It's in my inventory. See, I've got everything. Amazing. Why have I not done this sooner? I mean, you should have been shouting at me down in the comment section. Every single comment on my YouTube videos should have been that you need to get your ender chest sorted. And you know what? For that, alright, I'm out. And I'm not even going to give you a goodbye. Alright, fine. See you later. Even though it's way past, you know, you're so done with Christmas right now. For me, it's Christmas Eve. So I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. I hope you have a Happy New Year. I hope 2020 is okay. I mean, you guys have more experience with 2020 than I do. I hope it's good. I hope it's fun.
One.